Tybalt enters. What? You pulled out your sword to fight these worthless servants? Turn around, Benvolio, and look at the man who's going to kill you. All right, let's go down to page 27. Okay. Benvolio says, I'm only trying to keep the peace. Either put away your sword or help it to use it to help me stop this fight. What? You take out your sword and then talk of peace? I hate the word peace, like I hate hell, all Montagues, and you. Let's go at it, coward. Benvolio and Tybalt start to fight. 3 or 4 citizens of the watch enter with clubs and spears. Use your clubs and spears. Hit them. Beat them down. Down with the Capulets. Down with the Montagues. Now, see, the citizens were fed up. They're tired of the Capulets and the Montagues constantly rioting and fighting and disturbing the peace in their streets. And they've had enough of it as well. Capulet and Montague show up. What's this noise? Give me my longsword. Come on. Lady Cap says, a crutch. You need a crutch. Why are you asking for a sword? Montague says, I want my sword. Old Montague is here, and he's waving his sword around just to make me mad. Montague says, Capulet, you villain. His wife holds him back. Don't stop me. Let me go. You're not taking one step toward an enemy. So we see here that even Capulet and Montague are wanting to fight each other at this point, and their wives are having to hold them back. The prince shows up, the Prince of Verona, and he says, shouting at the rioters, you rebels, enemies of the peace, men who turn their weapons against their own neighbors, they won't listen to me. You here, you men, you beasts who satisfy your anger with fountains of each other's blood, I'll have you tortured if you put down your swords and if you don't put down your swords and listen to your angry prince. 3 times now, riots have broken out in this city, all because of a casual word from you, old Capulet and Montague. 3 times the peace has been disturbed in our streets, and Verona's old citizens have had to take their dress clothes and pick up rusty old spears to part you. If you ever cause a disturbance in our street again, you'll pay for it with your lives. Everyone else, go away for now. You, Capulet, come with me. Montague, this afternoon, come to the old free town, the court where I deliver judgment, and I'll tell you what else I want from you. As for the rest of you, I'll say this once more. Go away or be put to death. Everyone exits except Romeo's family, his mom, his dad, and Benvolio. Montague says, who started this old fight up again? Speak, nephew. Where were you when it started? Benvolio says, your servants were fighting your enemy servants before I got there. I drew my sword to part them. Right then, that hothead Tybalt showed up with his sword ready. He taunted me and waved his sword around, making the air his. As we were trading blows, more and more people showed up to join the fight until the prince came and broke everything up. Oh, Romeo, have you seen him today? I'm glad that he wasn't here for this fight. Benvolio says to Romeo's mother, Madam, I had a lot on my mind. An hour before dawn this morning, so I went for a walk. Underneath the sycamore grove that grows on the west side of the city, I saw your son taking an early morning walk. I headed toward him, but he saw me coming and hid in the woods. I thought he must be feeling the same way I was, wanting to be alone and tired of his own company. I figured he was avoiding me, and I was perfectly happy to leave him alone and kept to myself. Montague says he's been there many mornings, crying tears that add drops to the morning dew and make a cloudy day cloudier in his eyes. But as soon as the sun rises in the east, my sad son comes home to escape the light. Now, we see here that, Romeo's parents want to know where he's at, and Benvolio informs them that he did see him early that morning. And this is, just to let you know, this is Sunday morning. Benvolio said that he was kind of walking by himself and seemed a little depressed, so he said, I just left him alone. Montague continues, he locks himself alone in his bedroom, shuts his window to keep out of beautiful daylight, and makes himself an artificial night. This mood of his is going to bring bad news unless someone smart can fix what's bothering him. Benvolio says, my noble uncle, do you know why he acts this way? I don't know, and he won't tell me. Have you done everything you could to make him tell you the reason? I have tried, and many of our friends have tried to make him talk, but he keeps his thoughts to himself. He doesn't want any friend but himself, and though I don't know whether he's a good friend to himself, he certainly keeps his own secrets. He's like a flower bud that won't open itself up to the world because it's been poisoned from within by parasites. If he could only find out why he's sad, we'd be as eager to help him as we were to learn the reason of his sadness. So we learned that Romeo's a little depressed. He's a little sad. Romeo enters. Look, here he comes. If you don't mind, please step aside. He'll either have to tell me what's wrong or else tell me no over and over. I hope you're lucky enough to hear the true story by sticking around. Come, madam, let's go. So Montague and Lady Montague exit. Good morning, cousin. Is it that early in the day? It's only just now, 9 o'clock. Oh my, time goes by slowly when you're sad. Was that my father who left here in such a hurry? It was. Making you so sad and your hours so long. I don't have the things that make time fly. You're in love. Out. Out of love? I love someone. She doesn't love me. It's sad. Love looks like a nice thing, but it's actually very rough when you experience it. Uh-oh, went too far. I'm sorry. Romeo says, what's sad is that love is supposed to be blind, but can still make you do whatever it wants. So where should we eat? Oh my, what fight happened here before? Don't tell me, I know all about it. This fight has a lot to do with hatred, but it has more to do with love. Oh, brawling love, oh, loving hate. Love that comes from nothing, sad happiness, serious foolishness, beautiful things, muddled together into an ugly mess. Love is heavy and light, bright and dark, hot and cold, sick and healthy, asleep and awake. Now, Romeo is giving a lot of oxymorons here, and this just kind of goes to show the way that love makes us all feel, especially if it isn't going our way. We're happy one minute, then we're sad the next. When he says sad happiness, serious foolishness, these are great examples of an oxymoron. Everything except what is, this is love, I feel, though no one loves me back. Are you laughing? No, cousin, I'm crying. Good man, why are you crying? I'm crying because of how sad you are. Yes, this is what love does. My sadness sits heavy in my chest, and you want to add your own sadness to mine so there's even more? I have too much sadness already, and now you're going to make me sadder by feeling sorry for you. Here's what love is. A smoke made out of lovers' sighs. When the smoke clears, Love is a fire burning in your lover's eyes. If you frustrate love, you get an ocean made out of lovers' tears. What else is love? It's a wise form of madness. It's the sweet lozenge that you choke on. Goodbye, cousin. Wait! I'll come with you. If you leave me like this, you're doing me wrong. I'm not myself. I'm not here. This isn't Romeo. He's somewhere else. Tell me seriously, who is the one you love? Seriously, I should groan and tell you. No, but tell me seriously, who is it? So Romeo's being just like completely little whiny baby. He's just whining and moping, and yet he won't tell who he's in love with. And I know that we're all quick to assume that it's Juliet, but is it? Romeo says, "You wouldn't tell a sick man he seriously has to make his will. It would just make him worse. Seriously, cousin, I love a woman." "I guessed that already when I guessed you were in love." "Then you were right on target. The woman I love is beautiful." "A beautiful target is one that gets hit the fastest." "Well, you're not on target here. She refuses to be hit by Cupid's arrow. She's as clever as Diana and shielded by the armor of chastity. She can't be touched by the weak and childish arrows of love. She won't listen to the words of love, or let you look at her with loving eyes, or open her lap to receive gifts of gold. She's rich in beauty, but she's so poor, because when she dies, her beauty will be destroyed with her." "So she's made a vow to be a virgin forever?" "Yes, she has, and by keeping celibate, she wastes her beauty. If you starve yourself of sex, you can't ever have children, and so your beauty is lost to future generations. She's too beautiful and too wise to deserve heaven's blessing by making me despair. She's sworn off love, and that promise has left me alive but dead, living only talk about it now. Take my advice. Don't think about her. Teach me to forget to think." So, um, this girl that Romeo loves, we know that he loves her, and she doesn't want anything to do with him because she wants to be celibate. She doesn't. She vows to be a virgin forever. And at this time, especially in Verona, Italy, and any place in Italy, they were heavily Catholic, and it wouldn't be odd or strange for a girl to join the nunnery. And we can infer that this is what um this girl that Romeo loves, what she is planning for. She wants to remain celibate so that she can join the nunnery. Benvolio. Do it by letting your eyes wander freely. Look at other beautiful girls. That will only make me think more about how beautiful she is. Beautiful women like to wear a black mask over their face. Those black masks only make us think about how beautiful they are underneath. A man who goes blind can't forget the precious eyesight he lost. Show me a really beautiful girl. Her beauty is like a note telling me where I can see someone even more beautiful. Goodbye. You can't teach me to forget. I'll show you how to forget, else I'll die owing you that lesson. And this is the end of scene 1, Act 1. We see one thing about Romeo. He's in love with looks. He hasn't mentioned anything about this girl's personality, only that she's beautiful.